If you're into Bitcoin, you've heard this a million times. Not your keys, not your coins. And for years, we've thought the key to your keys was that all-important seed phrase. I mean, that's kind of the whole point, isn't it? You jot down those 12 or 24 words, you hide them somewhere safe, and boom, if your phone gets run over by a truck, you just restore your wallet and get your Bitcoin back. Simple. But what if I told you that's only like half the story? Because your wallet, well, it holds more than just your money. It's holding the context, the notes you made, the labels. It's literally holding the entire story of your financial life in Bitcoin. And guess what? Most of that story doesn't come back with just those simple words. Now let's be super clear. The seed phrase does its main job, and it does it perfectly. It's this brilliant system that can regenerate all of your private keys from scratch, and that gives you the power to access and spend your Bitcoins. It is absolutely 100% essential. But here is the catch. This is the part almost everyone misses. It only restores the keys. All that other stuff, the labels you so carefully added, the notes, the contacts you saved, that's not generated from the seed. It's unique data on your device, and if you lose it, well, it's just gone. So what does this actually look like in the real world? Well, it leads to something we can call the blank statement problem. Let's walk through it. Okay, so this is what a nice, clean, organized wallet looks like. Alice here knows exactly what every single transaction was for, because she's labeled them. She can see right away she bought some Bitcoin from Joe, and then she paid Bob for a podcast. I mean, this context is incredibly useful, right? For budgeting, for taxes, or just for knowing what on earth you were doing. But okay, now let's say disaster strikes. Alice's phone takes a swim, and she has to restore everything on a new device. She's not worried. She confidently types in her 12-word seed phrase, and her Bitcoin balance shows up perfectly. Phew! But what about her transaction history? And poof, just like that, all that beautiful context is gone. Paid Bob for podcast just becomes this cryptic 0.000075 BTC. Now imagine trying to figure out what dozens, maybe even hundreds of transactions like this were for, stretching back years. It would be an absolute forensic nightmare. Honestly, the analogy here is just perfect. Think about getting a bank statement, where the description for every single transaction is just a blank space. You'd see money coming in, money going out, but you'd have zero idea why. That's exactly the mess you're in when you rely only on a seed phrase. Okay, so we've established that losing your labels is a massive, massive headache. But this problem can actually be a whole lot more than just an inconvenience. In some cases, this kind of data loss can put your actual money at risk. I mean, trying to piece together your financial history from raw data, especially for something critical like taxes, you're turning your life into a really difficult and time-consuming puzzle. But let's raise the stakes. Can this data loss go beyond just being super annoying? Can it literally lead to you losing your funds? The answer is yes. Absolutely it can. See, as Bitcoin protocols evolve, the data stored in our wallets is getting more complex and a lot more critical. And, there is no better example of this than the Lightning Network. So, the Lightning Network is amazing, but it's a different beast. Your wallet needs to store all this crucial data about your payment channels. If you lose that data and you have to restore from an old, incomplete backup, the person on the other end of your channel could theoretically, use your outdated info to take your funds. And in a real worst-case scenario, if you both lose your data, those funds could just be gone forever. So that all sounds pretty scary, right? But don't worry, there is a really elegant and super secure solution to this problem that protects not just your keys, but your entire wallet, the whole shebang. And the solution is called a full wallet backup. Instead of just backing up your keys, this method bundles up everything. Your keys, your transaction labels, your contacts, and all that critical Lightning Network data into one single file. And the really clever part is how it keeps that file safe. This is where the magic happens. Your wallet takes your seed phrase, that thing you're already protecting like your life depends on it, and uses it to create an encryption key. It then uses that key to lock up that entire bundle of wallet data. And because it's encrypted, you can safely save this file anywhere you want. Throw it on a cloud drive, who cares? When you need to restore, you just pop in your seed phrase. The wallet uses it to recreate the decryption key, unlocks that backup file, and voila, everything is back exactly the way you left it. So you see, your seed phrase gets a huge upgrade. It's no longer just a backup for your keys. It becomes the master key to a secure digital vault, a vault that contains your entire financial story in Bitcoin. And that is a much more complete and, frankly, smarter way to think about your security. So what does all this mean for you right now? Let's get practical. Let's talk about what you should be looking for in your own wallet software. All right, here is your action plan. Step 1. Just acknowledge right now that your seed phrase alone is not a complete backup. It's just not. Step 2, go investigate your current wallet. I mean, really dig into the settings. Does it offer automatic, encrypted, full wallet backups? You might be shocked to find out that a lot of really popular wallets don't. And if yours doesn't, look for other ways to export your data, like the one proposed in BIP 329, which is just a standard way to save your transaction labels. Look, we all spend so much time choosing a wallet that we trust to protect our keys and our coins. But the real question we need to start asking is this. Is your wallet also protecting your data? Is it protecting your full financial story? Because in the world of Bitcoin, that story is becoming every bit as valuable as the money itself.